What's up? It's working. What? It works? I can't believe that. I don't have it set up like I usually do. What's up, y'all? Carol Bell Brotherton. Hello. How you doing? Let me see what all this stuff is. Can y'all hear me okay? Hello, Craig. How you doing? Did anybody have trouble with the bell? Y'all come on up in here. It does work and it's better. What's up, dude? I'm still learning all the things. Proud of you, boy. I had to get out of, man, look, I'm telling y'all, I had to get off of Facebook. I'm not lying to you. You can hear the crickets. I don't have my microphone in. Man, you got different, like, look at this. Woo. Yes, sir. Oh, so you got a notification? I wish there was a way you could like share it or whatever. You can't though, can you? Oh look. Oh no. Yeah, man, there's all kind of filters on here. Oh yeah, look at there. Oh, watch this one. Oh, ho, ho. Dude, I like. You can share it? Well, share it then. Shoot. Cass, I think you follow me on the what's it called? TikTok too. Man, I don't like it. I guess I'm not used to having 10 followers or 20 followers on there. What's up? What's up? Y'all come on in here. Yeah, I just wanted to see if it works, but I added y'all, if anybody knows where my wallet is, by the way, y'all please let me know because I can't find it. And you know that's like the worst feeling in the world is when you can't find your wallet. Or for you ladies, it'd be like your purse. I know, Cass, for real, girl, you helped me out. I'm sorry I don't have my tripod set up because I said I wasn't gonna be on here long. But I'm gonna tell y'all a story. I just added it to my my stand-up routine. I've looked everywhere like possible, short of the garbage cans. I think I might have thrown it away. I don't know. But yeah, dude, I like this YouTube. There's no way to like get everything straight. Like in the background, you see everything's written backwards. I know, for real. I don't know what I did with it. Maybe I lost it at the gas pump or something. Oh well. I don't know. Yeah, so 6 people that's kind of hard to see. This is gonna be, y'all, seriously, this is gonna be like a hard deal for me. You know what I'm saying? You can't find a way to share it? I don't know. Somebody help her because y'all know I don't know how to do this. There we go. There's Amy. She made it. There it is. Oh, heck yeah. See, he's sharing it on Twitter. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. Appreciate it, dude. I just like playing with the filters, y'all, for real. So anyway, yeah, I can't find it. I don't know what's up. But y'all had to get off Facebook because y'all, look, I have nothing against Facebook. I mean, like people on Facebook, I hate it. But I'm saying, like, as far as, I know that there's always going to be people doing Facebook because Facebook's, I don't know. I hope they like break down and like lose everybody. I tweeted earlier, some of y'all that follow me on Twitter, I said that YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, it's like they're pruning all the good fruit and leaving all the bad fruit behind. And I said pretty much it'll be all crap liberal liars that are lining the feeds of YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, just like used heroin needles and bags of human feces line the streets of San Francisco. Thank you very much, Cass Jenkins. I appreciate that. Really do. Where are you from, by the way, Jenkins? There's a lot of Jenkins around here in Mississippi. Yeah. Has it, like, to be honest with you, the past 2 days I haven't even really watched the news. I've been like not woke. Oklahoma. I got you. But anyway, I was telling somebody, how many people out here had braces that when you were like in junior high or whatever? Because I had them for like 4 years. And it's kind of like, I find humor in it, but it was like, you know, I think back to it and wow, it was pretty rough. So I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, but it's kind of hilarious. But anyway, so I went to this orthodontist who was like an hour away from my hometown. We had to bypass all the expensive orthodontists and go to like the redneck cheap ones. And anyway, it was a big ordeal in my house because like I got to have braces. I was the youngest, got braces, and anyway, we were driving over there, and the first day we went in there, this dentist, and I know he's not watching, so I can say this, but this orthodontist walks out, and he's this old, big, grizzly-looking man, and like all of the dentist equipment in the office, like when you walk into the office, it was like shag carpet and like a window air conditioning unit, and maybe like a piece of plastic covering one of the windows, I don't know. But when you walk in, it was like that old, antiquated dentistry stuff, like dentistry, utensils and stuff. It was like the old school one. Like they had like a hammer and a nail, whatever they were going to use that for. And I was like, oh God, hope that's not going to be like something that they use in my mouth. But anyway, so every single one of his nurses had like a speech impediment. Like they talk like this right here. And I was like, now something ain't right here. Like if every single one of the nurses like have a speech impediment, then that means something. I don't know. So anyway, we go over and he comes in and he's got it looks like he'd been working on like a tractor motor or something when he comes in. And anyway, he was like, how you doing? And he had kind of a little bit of a gurgly speech problem too, but he was like, all right, open up and let me say what we're working with here. So I opened up my mouth. I'm not talking about people. Oh, Amy, shh. There's a difference between, I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying, like, they work at a dentist office, Amy. I'm not trying to offend anybody. Jesus, get out your feelings. But anyway, so she thought like this. And I was like, all right. So I meant the fact that I'm going to get you back. It's put on. But anyway, he came in and he was like, let me look and see what we got here. Right. And he stuck his big old knuckles. And I'm talking about he had like tractor knuckles, like big round ones, and were a little greasy or whatever. And he stuck his hands in my mouth without any gloves on. And I was like, what is he doing? And just digging around in there, and then she was like, she got like the garden hose out and like rinsed my mouth out and was like, spit it over in that bowl over there. And it was like a chitlin bucket or something, I don't know. Anyway, so they started putting my brackets on or whatever. So anyway, I went home, like we were driving home, and then the next trip we had to make, like my mom was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't want braces anymore. And she was like, you been bitching about getting braces for the past 2 years. You're going to get these braces, by God. And I was like, but I don't want to use him. I was like, you cut a coupon out of the Piggly Wiggly sales paper for 50% off on him. And I was like, you don't use gloves, and he freaks me out. And I joked, she was kind of like, well, he's the only one we could pay in favors and like a dozen eggs and, I don't know, some cheese or something. I don't know. So anyway, I'm mad the whole way, this hour drive. We get over there, and I'm like, I'm not getting out. And she was like, you get your ass out of this vehicle, reach back there and grab them eggs and that cheese and take that in there to the front desk. And I was like, I'm joking about the eggs and cheese, but it was kind of like that. It was like you bartered for your braces. But anyway, so I was like, I don't want to take that souse meat in or whatever. And she was like, you take it in there. So anyway, so I go in there, and like I walk up in the dentist office, y'all, and it looks more like a set of like the Waltons on TV Land or something. There's like Jim Bob, Billy John, stuff like that. And I was like, God. So anyway, my mama said, and if you touch that nurse's back titty again, I am going to lose it in there, Breck. I'm not lying. I'm gonna lose it all over that shag carpet, that window air conditioning unit. I'm gonna lose it all over them crusty old Doc Holliday old dentistry magazines in there, and I'm gonna end up having to fight his old butch wife. So anyway, I look over here, y'all, and as luck would have it, there's that nurse sitting there scratching her back titty on the door jamb. She's like, somebody say South meat? And I was like, oh God. So anyway, y'all, I get back here and I sit down in there, and here he comes again with it. And I said, Doc, why don't you ever like use gloves on my mouth. And she chimes in and she's like, yeah, he said he'd rather eat cat shit with razor blade chopsticks than use gloves. And I was like, well, jeez, that's a pretty powerful statement. And anyway, he said, well, I usually been outside and, you know, when I put I'm usually sweating a little bit, so when I put my gloves on, it won't go on all the way. And I was like, good, all right. So anyway, it was 4 years of that, y'all. And, you know, I got a good smile, but my God, I think it was more painful than it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, it ain't supposed to hurt this bad. I was like, I'd go to school, y'all, with like that wax that they would give you to put over it. And I was like, I had it like all wax and like still couldn't eat. And all my buddies with their braces were like, no, dude, it's fine. Like eating Doritos and stuff. And I was like, well, maybe my teeth were just more messed up, or maybe he's using barbed wire as the straightening wire or something. But I was like, I'm telling you, man. And like, seriously, my mouth got at least 2 inches wider. I used to have like a little slim mouth, but with those big knuckles in my mouth, it really, really, that's why I like to talk so much, I guess. Anyway, so that's that story. I don't know why I told y'all that, but it was hilarious. Yeah. If you got braces and glasses back in the day, like when I was, you know, in school, it was like you were the top dog. You were like, and I look back at it now and I was like, I mean, how is that top dog? Hold up, y'all. I got to set this up on something. My hand, I'm tired. How's that? But anyway, oh no, the moral of the story was, sorry. The moral of the moral of the story is don't go to a redneck orthodontist. Because they'll hurt your mouth. Like I was like, I wonder if I would have got like one of those headbands with the braces on it. Remember that went all the way around your head and like stuck. You know, but no. What I think the moral of the story was: don't use a redneck orthodontist, and germs ain't that bad. Like vaccination. I mean, like seriously, I had like tractor engine oil, probably a couple little boogers or something that flew. But I'm telling you, it was like I survived, and my teeth aren't that bad. So I never wore that retainer. Anyway, so let's talk about something else. What's going on in the world? They're banning everybody. They're censoring everybody, and it's gonna be like that. On your Roku, what is that? What's a Roku? Y'all, I don't, to do this stuff all the time, I have no idea how to do this stuff. Like, I just get on here and just go, hey, how y'all? Like, seriously, I had Amy checking something. I was like, see if Twitter's got me shadow banned. I just need the information, and then I can disseminate it as needed. Oh, shoot, so I can feel like a real TV star. Next time, I promise you, I'm going to have it set up right. Look, this TikTok thing that they contacted me and were like, hey, dude, we'll get your videos out there and stuff like that, you know. And I was like, well, what's it going to do to benefit me? And they were like, well, just do it, man. We'll get it out there for free. And I was like, all right, well, I get on there, and now I feel like I should be on an episode of To Catch a Predator, because just about everybody on there is like 13 and 14 singing like NSYNC songs or something. And there's like one old man, they call him Grandpappy or something. And I'm sure he's done time before. And he's got like 350,000 followers or something. And I'm like, how do you get followers? What am I going to have to do? I was like, I literally just watched a girl shove a Lucky Charms marshmallow up her nose, and she had like 80,000 views on it. And I was like, I got that. But seriously, the one that's got the most followers on there is this little short 18-year-old. She remember Mimi off of the Drew Carey show? That's what she looks like, and does the silliest stuff. And I'm just like I said, maybe my next video should be Morse code of where my eyeballs are, because when I saw that video, I just popped them out. I was like, I don't need this shit anymore. But I just can't handle it. I like, seriously, like they do weird stuff, and I'm just like, well, maybe I should just get freaky with them. I don't know. But anyway. Mike, you still in here, man? I'm sorry I missed yesterday. We had a F1 tornado come through Madison. It was just a F1, so that means basically all you Kansas and Oklahoma people, that's like a strong breeze for y'all. But we had one come through Madison the other day, and I was like in the road, and I didn't even know it. 8 watchers. Thanks, Cass. Wait, you want to kick my dog while you're here? You got 8 watchers. I know. But it wasn't any better on Facebook. I mean, I guess I'm just like, seriously, I've been lied to my whole life. Like, seriously, I'm not entertaining anymore. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, everybody's just like all of my like buddies that I grew up with and stuff, they're like, I think it's like, I don't like anything you do online. I'm like, well, stop following me then. Jelly. But anyway, Facebook had gotten so bad. Maybe that's like my comfort blanket that I was like, oh, they've got me shadow banned. I know. Maybe I should start. What should I do? Just come to your work, Bernadette, and just be like, hey, can I entertain you for like, I don't know, 30 minutes? Should I start doing that? We get paid from your mom. What does that mean? We get paid. Oh, what do you mean? Like, what we get paid from your mom? Baby, my mama gets paid. Yeah, seriously. It says 12 on my end. I don't know what y'all are looking at, but it says 12 on mine. So I'm just going to talk like, I'm at an old country church giving a testimony or something. But anyway, there's that. But no, seriously, I just was like, in my mind, I'm entertaining. I don't know. Us 8 are getting paid from your mama to be here. Getting paid? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, is that what it is? I promise you that ain't the case, baby. Shoot, I could be like, hey, Mom, like, I'm in a whole bunch of trouble. I need like $12. Can you? She'd be like, what kind of trouble? And I'd be like, no, like somebody's gonna kill me. I owe them $12. She'd be like, well, I don't know, cut a yard or something on the side. I don't know. I'm like, what? It's $12. Like, so she ain't paying nobody. I know that for a fact. Like, I'd put Barkley on that. So, I just gave, yeah, so, I mean, like, I just know my mom is definitely not going to do that, but, anyway, and I don't care. Like I said, I mean, I'm just, like, seriously, I think I started taking it a little too seriously. Y'all, I'm not going to lie to you. I started having some people send me, like, when I did that whole thing the other night about, the plane getting hijacked and all that stuff, like I started getting like, thank you very much, Bernadette, appreciate that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm trying to tell a story here. I'm just joking, Bernadette. I'm just kidding. But anyway, like I started getting some freaky messages, like evil stuff, and I was like, what are you trying to tell me? Am I like, did I touch on the demonic stuff too much or something? Like seriously, like like one dude was like told me this whole story about how he was like scared to go to bed at night in the dark because he felt like something was there. And then I was like, well, dude, I'm just going to tell you right now, like, I don't know what your religious stance is, but I think you need some Jesus, like stat, like 100 cc's stat, because that just don't sound normal. And, I didn't say he was going to hell or anything. And then, like, seriously, I got like 8 other messages from people that knew the dude that was like, why did you tell so-and-so he's going to hell? And I was like, I didn't say he was going to hell. I was like, but if he's a grown man and scared to go to bed in the dark, like, I think there might be an issue. I don't know. I mean, you can go the cheap route and call on Jesus, or you can go the expensive route and get you a PhD that's going to charge you $200 an hour. I don't know. Or you can book a priest if he's not busy dingling kids. You can get him to come cleanse your house. I would, like, seriously, y'all know that I had to, I lived in a house like that before, and I had to get a minister to, like, cleanse it. And no, I'm not crazy. I'm serious. It was real stuff. And I'm like, I wouldn't pay a priest to do it. I'd feel like he would bring in more, like, evil stuff. I'd be like, Father, you left this pair of Scooby-Doo underwear over at the piano over here. What's up with that? He was like, oh, that's a handkerchief. Really? But I'm telling you, like, seriously, I know that there's a lot of Catholic people out there. I'm Methodist, you know. I think in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. But those Catholics are starting to freak me out a little bit. I ain't lying to you. They're just freaking. I don't know. It's just. I'm like, when you don't get up and go, hey, you guys are wrong for doing that, you got an issue. I mean, like, seriously, there's like a bad issue there. I mean, like, that's like That's like the worst thing you can do is like mess with a kid. I'm like, who wants that reputation? I'm like, seriously, and they do it to them all the time, like these poor little altar boys and stuff. I'm like, Jesus, Johnny. Um, I'm like, you know, Father Prudence, could you back off the kiddos a little bit? You're killing me here, dude. The Vatican. It's like it's like communion tastes better in the back of the Vatican, kids. So there's that. Let's see. Let's pop. There we go. What's up? Selling to the tour. I know, seriously, this is not weird. And y'all have like seriously, as this goes on further and further, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Like seriously, it just gets deep. They're like, there's missile silos at the Vatican, and I'm like, hold up now. Now hold on, I'm not buying that. And but anyway, did y'all like? I guess I just overlooked this. But what about the investigative journalist that was investigating that Bill Clinton and that young boy when he was a kid? Now he's like 25. She was investigating that stuff and was talking to the Department of Homeland Security about it. And he was like a product of the human trafficking thing. And the investigative journalist in Washington at a hotel, she was staying at kind of like a country inn and suites or something. And I was like, that had to be in the bad part of town because like you just don't go to Washington to stay at the country inn and suites, I don't think. But anyway, she had a seizure and died. Now, when was the last seizure person you remember dying? I'll help y'all out. It was in Vegas. A girl had a seizure and died. Now, look, I've worked on the ambulance for 10 years. Like, seizures are not fun. They look like they're dying, but they don't. They're just, they just tighten up and they start shaking and stuff. And basically, the only thing you would do for them if you didn't have, like, Valium or something, is you just let them have their seizure and move the furniture away from them. Yeah, but anyway, she's dead now. She died. And I'm like, when did we start going, every time somebody looks into the Clintons, they die? I mean, like, it's horrible. And I mean, this is real stuff. I'm like, can you guys make it any more obvious? They're like, well, we made it look like a suicide. And I'm like, what, from a seizure? At least Anthony Bourdain, y'all, I'm shaking like a dick. My arms are tired, y'all, hold on. Is there somewhere I can set this up? Jesus Louises. How many of y'all would give me like 2 seconds to go over and get my little tripod real quick? Will y'all? Give me 1 second. Like seriously, literally 5 seconds. It's right there. All right, I'm gonna put you up right here. 3 seconds. Two seconds. All right. Here come. Y'all don't leave. I know how y'all are. Y'all leave. There. All right, I'm back. All right. But yeah, like seriously, I don't know. I'm like, how many times? What do we got to do to get an investigation going? Trump sneezes, and they're like, that sounded like Russian sneeze. You didn't get the notification. If you do this, who is MKPSU87? Look, if I can't. Oh yeah, that's Miranda, I think. No, maybe. What you need to do is you need to go unsubscribe and then subscribe back and click the bell and say get all the notifications or whatever. Because I'm about to start YouTubing. Ooh, y'all don't even know. Yeah, in Arkansas, what about that crap? Did y'all see that? The Arkansas thing where they put up that, what are they called? The goat man thing, the satanic thing, and they were like, "Hail Satan," and I'm like, y'all better hope to God that the atheists are onto something, because if not, this Hail Satan thing. Like, I'm just gonna tell you, like, I just start thinking, like, wouldn't you rather like roll the dice on a guy that like was beaten and then buried behind a big old rock and then rose from the dead instead of a goat? I mean, like, half man, half goat. I mean, like, how can that convince you that that's, I don't know, like, seriously, I'm like, I'm gonna take the guy that, like, you know, defeated like Romans and stuff like that. Uh, yeah. Instead of somebody that's like, oh yeah, you've been being bad, I'm about to take you down. I don't know. I better stop talking about this stuff or something will follow me home. Something, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So if y'all aren't getting notifications, go and like hit unsubscribe, but be sure to subscribe back. And yeah, that's it. Y'all, I've been watching some of these people that do these lives on YouTube that are like have got all the equipment and stuff like that. And I'm like, that must be nice. I'm like, dude, you got that in your house? Like seriously, there's like cameramen panning around in a little dude's bedroom. Like he's thinking, and tonight on Just in Time, I'm gonna be talking to Morgan Freeman on. I'm like, geez, how do you get all that stuff, man? He was like, pan to camera too. I'm like, I can't even pan to camera. Like I'm serious. Like I'm sitting here with like a taped up tripod that's falling apart. But anyway, we will prevail. I got shoes. You got shoes. Legislators of California want to limit choices of drinks. Look, California, like when you say California now, and I love everybody that lives there, don't get me wrong, like seriously. But like when you say California, you might as well go, I'm just joking. Like, cause that's how much I care. And I've got, my aunt lives out there and my uncle lives out there. My cousin's like in California. And I'm like, y'all know when it's time to get out. It's almost like somebody with a habit or something. It's like, they'll know when it's time to quit. Or they'll die. Or in California's case, it'll just fall off into the ocean. I'll be like, y'all should have jumped ship a long time ago on that sinking boat out there. That's just me. I'm just saying. Any time there's a place that it's cool to have used heroin needles and piles of like human crap. Anytime that's just like the norm, something's wrong. I mean, like seriously. Period. I mean, like, if you have accepted that in your world as normal, then there's something bigger going on that I can't help you with. Seriously. I can make fun of you about it. That's about it, though. I'd be like, hey, did you see that big pile of crap right there? Yeah. That was Marcus and them. They did that last weekend on the Occupy ICE movement. Yeah. Like, seriously. And I think that it's just the big cities that have all these people in it that, you know, it's sad. Y'all have heard my story. They want all these illegal immigrants to come in so that they'll vote for them. I don't know. Because I guess used heroin needles and bags of feces is better than where they came from. They're like, hey, we got this crap. We could get hepatitis, maybe HIV, or we can go back to wherever and get beheaded. I don't know. I'll take the lesser of two evils. I'll take AIDS for 200, Alex. I mean, like, that's all right, Jonathan. That's cool, man. But yeah, like, I'm like, whatever. I mean, like, seriously, I hate it for the people that are good out there. They're having to go through the burn. But I'm like, look at Struck. We'll start you a GoFundMe and we'll get you moved to Idaho or something. I don't know. Fixed with fish skin. Fish skin? I don't know. You're going to have to help me on that one. I don't know what you're talking about. But seriously, have y'all read about these fires? You know, I dabbed on it a little bit, like those laser, whatever they're called, some kind of fire, dew fires, that's it. But those things are hot. Did y'all see the fire tornado there? Like if I were working on this thing, if I was one of the firemen and I saw a fire tornado at like 3,600 degrees Celsius or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, y'all, I'm out. I didn't sign up for this. It would have been like the same thing for the 9/11, the towers. If I would have heard bodies falling down beside me, I'd be like, hey, y'all, I would put in a 2 weeks notice, but hey, it's already here. I'm not going up there. Holla, see ya. I'm going to be over in New Jersey. Hit me up if I still have a job tomorrow. I mean, like, I'm telling you, I'm not down with that. I mean, like, you know, I mean, did y'all ever watch that documentary on 9/11 where it was like, the guy was like, I can't imagine what I'm about to walk into because it's so bad people are jumping out of windows. And I was like, that should tell you, don't go up there. Like, that's why I was never a police officer. That was why I was never a firefighter. I was an EMT, and like we had to wait around until everybody else had the scene secure. Seriously, like, because I'm not I just don't have that gene to like run into danger. I told y'all, like if I'm in a building and something pops off, if y'all want to get out, you better stick with me because I'm getting out of that sucker. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, I'm getting out. I'm knocking over kids, old people. I mean, I got to thrive. I'm just telling you. Now, but if you want to get out, you got to stick with me. Just don't get in front of me, because I got to get out. Now, if I don't have an option, you know, of course, I guess I'll take one for the team. I guess it's been an exciting 37 years. I mean, I've lived a happy life. So, but no, seriously, I don't know. Like, I just couldn't deal with that. And seeing a fire tornado, I'd be like, God's telling you need to get out of the fire service. I'm telling you. Yeah, like, I'm taking them out too. Seriously, everybody. I'd be like, look, you've been here. You got to experience your 40s. I didn't. Like, I hadn't yet, so let's go. Sorry, Mama. But I'll catch up with you one day and you can pay me back. No, I'm joking. Like, seriously, I don't know what I do. You never know. That's what everybody says, like in the school shootings. They should have fought. I'd be like, dude, somebody shooting a, you know, shotgun at you. What are you? Yeah, I'm going in, man. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not. You say that, but you're not. Like, seriously. I'm not gonna I told y'all I had a friend that was on a walking stick at one time when we were younger, and like, this is no lie, and I hope nobody's watching this but like, we were playing basketball, and like, he was kind of staggery or whatever the word is, and like it rolled out in front of his dog, like, who was on a chain, and the dog had gotten off the chain. I didn't know it, and I reached down to get that ball, and he like snapped and like missed my nose by about that much. So I started running, of course, like, and I ran around him, the guy on the cane, and like, he tripped. That's basically what happened. But he tripped because I kind of threw him in front of the dog. You know, like, here's your owner. And like, I didn't get bit, but, and you know, it was all fine. Didn't hurt him or anything. Like, he fell down, but like, we helped him back up. And so he tripped. I don't know. But God made me like this. I mean, my flight, he put too much. What happened? Did it just freeze? I know it didn't just freeze. No, why? It's not. Why is it freezing? Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Hello. I'm about to start it over. Am I still on here or no? Am I still on? No. I'm gonna start it over. If y'all are too tired, y'all can go to bed. Oh wait. No, there we go. I'm back. Yes, Jesus. I'm back. All right. I don't know what happened there. I was like, so maybe that's against YouTube's terms of service when you throw handicapped people in front of a dog. I don't know. So anyway, there's that. So let's just forget that we talked about that. Is it still frozen? Or is everybody, are we good? I'm gonna have it all set up next time. I'm just wanting to touch on, so y'all seriously fill me in. What's like the latest news? Because I'm telling you, last 2 days, no news whatsoever. Just let it go. Seriously, tell me. I'm sweaty. Like a chair, guys. Look at Patriot Mike, man. That's my boy right there. H3 for simply mentioning Alex Jones. Really? Well, I don't know why they're doing the guy like that. Like, do you know some of the craziest stuff I've watched on YouTube? I mean, like, it's some of the craziest stuff. Like, seriously, like the flat earthers, y'all. Come on now. Those are the craziest people I know. And, like, dude, if they'll allow that, but Alex Jones gets on there and goes like, they're turning the frogs gay. I mean, like, maybe they are. Like, contrails and chemtrails and, you know. I don't know why they wouldn't allow that. Like, I just don't get it. Like, this whole censorship thing is like just whatever. I know. It's everybody's like libertarian. I mean, there's basically, like Alex Jones thing is, dude, behind your closed door of your house, I don't give a crap what you do. If you want to put on girl panties and a bra and look at yourself in the mirror as an 87-year-old man that wants to be an old woman, do it. He's cool with that. But they're like, no, shut him up, shut him up. But I mean, seriously, it's all because of like, they don't like Hillary. And I mean, like, just because she's Satan's daughter doesn't mean that well, you gotta like her. I mean, like, it's like being the, I don't know. I mean, Jesus. I mean, call on him. I mean, she does. She's like that. This is what I hate about the whole thing, because you talk about like people are like, oh, you're Islamophobic and you're racist and you're yada yada yada. But I'm like, just because I don't like, nobody ever said I have to like anybody. Like anybody. Like I could have a thing against male men. I'll be like, I don't like male men, and that's okay. But like you say something bad about Hillary or Islam, and you're like, you're out of here. You are out of here. I mean, it's the Islamic Hillary. I can't stand Islamic Hillary. And they're like, oh, that like shuts you down forever. That's what Alex Jones did. And I'm like, they're like, why don't you like them? And I'm like, I don't like them because they rape little boys and you know, you can't trust anybody that don't like pork. I mean, what else you want me to say? Jesus. Is that wrong? It's America. Jesus. But yeah, so you get in kind of like a gray area with the whole goat man satanic symbol in Arkansas. Why'd it have to be Arkansas? Because, God, you know that there has got to be some, so what is that, the Ozarks in Arkansas? You know there's some hillbillies up in there going, they have got a dead gum billy goat in front of the courthouse. Have y'all seen that? Yeah, he's got like man legs and like, but he's a billy goat. I didn't know whether to like salute it or milk it. I was like, what? You know, I'm like, why Arkansas? You couldn't y'all pull that off like in Connecticut or something, like San Francisco? That'd have been like a normal day. People walking by and hearing people say, hail Satan. They'd be like, somebody say heroin? But I mean, seriously, like why Arkansas? It's like, way to knock it out of the park there, guys. What'd you do today? Lucifer? Oh, nothing, man. I just put a goat man in front of the courthouse in Arkansas and nailed that one down. Freaked them people out. And he's like, then I sacrificed a baby deer, like before lunch. So I got, you know, got some other stuff I got to do. I got to play the Ouija board here in the next 30 minutes or something. I don't know. YouTube literally won't allow me to post a link. Hey, that's all good. Like, I'm just like I'm at this point now, seriously. Like I had to, like, I took a shot to my pride, but I've been holding on to it too long anyway with the whole Facebook thing. It's like, you know, I'm taking a shot because I'm talking to 13 people, and I mean, that's fine. 13 people. Like I said, I only had like 2,500 friends when I made the Kathy Griffin video. And then overnight it was like, woo, look at all these people. I was like, and there's a Bernadette Stag Ray. Holy cow, how am I going to meet all these cool people? Did any of y'all, like, I don't know if y'all even remember this video, but I was looking back through my old videos because eventually I'm going to shut the Facebook all the way down. But anyway, like the page, not my personal page, but the page. But anyway, do y'all remember the video I made like 3 days after the Kathy Griffin video? Do y'all remember that one? Where I was talking about the comments I was getting in like the inboxes. And I was like, I got one from a dude from up in like San Francisco or whatever. Oh, thanks, Cass. I like it too, but I really do. But anyway, so like I made that video. I don't know if y'all remember it, but I was talking about the comments and that one guy who was like, "You're a redneck. I bet y'all ain't even got running water where you're from." And like he just kept on, and I was like, "Dude, whatever." And then finally, I reached an impasse with him, and I was like, "Look, dude, if you need to beat me up, you ain't gonna be able to do it online. So if you need to hop a flight to Jackson, Mississippi, and then drive 4 miles north. And since we don't have cell phone service here, you're gonna have to go to the post office and get Janice to send me a smoke signal. And once I receive it, I'll come up there, I'll shake your hand, and then I'll start knocking teeth out your mouth until I feel comfortable that my toothless Uncle Skeeter is not gonna be offended by how many teeth you got in your mouth." I was like, then from there, we'll go by the ER. We can get some x-rays and maybe MRI done, make sure you're not bleeding out. And then we'll head out to the Ponderosa where Mom will make you some fried chicken, some mashed potatoes, and some cornbread. And, you know, don't worry, there'll be a straw available. And then from there, you can either we can meet Uncle Skeeter, and you can either take a nap, or I can get you a horse and buggy Uber back to the airport where you can hop back on your, crop duster and head back off to Fairy Tale Land so you can get some more bubbles added to that unicorn tattoo on your arm before Ramadan's over. Period. Like, and that's how he was. He looked like one of them Antifa chumps. And I was like, don't let this fool you. I mean, like, I know this is, I said that in Charlotte one time. I was at a bar. This guy was like giving me heck because I was talking to this girl and I said something about a perm. Well, this dude was like, you talking about my hair? And I was like, no, but you do have curly hair. And you got smart. I was like, dude, look, don't let this fool you. Like, I will, like, try my best to, like, put you in intensive care, my brother. And, anyway, so, but yeah, he backed down. But I was like, I'm from Mississippi, man. Like, we brush our teeth with, like, soft scrub down here. We did. Both had, what is, so why can't I see them? Oh, there we go. Just look tonight at the 2 videos we did. Both had over 2,000 views. Now one is 1.1 and the others. All right, when did you do a video, Jonathan? We did. Which one? Oh, like ours? Over time? Like, seriously, but it, like they shut out the... Are you talking about like just me and you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Like back at... I mean, even as far as like a month ago or 2 weeks ago, like they were doing good. And I mean, like, I knew that night that I got on there and I got 300 views, like, and it was shared on both of my pages. Like, there's no way. I mean, like, no way. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not swallowing my pride that much. Like, 300 people. Usually when I get off, I've had like 1,000 views already when I post it. So, I mean, like, I ain't down with like, you know. I mean, I know people that like go live and like kill puppies live on Facebook, and they don't censor them. They're like, yeah, next we got a Dalmatian puppy we're about to beat the crap out of, and Facebook's like, well, yeah, sure, we'll promote it for free. I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, seriously, I think it's just I think Facebook. Did y'all see the interview with what's his name, the Elton John wannabe on CNN, Stelter, or I don't know what he is in the gay community, a bear, a beluga whale, or whatever they want to call him, an otter. But like, I think it's Brian Stelter or something like that. But anyway, he looks like my grandmother, God rest her soul. But like, and he's like, so are you saying that Twitter doesn't like shadow ban people? And he's like, well, no, I'm not saying that. And he was like, well, yes, you are. You're saying that they don't shadow ban people, right? Remember? And then the Jack, whatever his name is like, well, I know we're left leaning. And I'm like, no, you're not even leaning left. You're like laying down on your left side. But I'm like, why would they want to get rid? And usually the people that they're banning are the people that's got a crap ton of followers. I'm like, way to bite the hand that feeds you, idiot. But hey. They're like, hey, here's some truth, or would you rather have heroin needles and human feces? I'll take feces. I haven't had a bag of that lately. It's just funny. I just don't know. It's like everything that's bad is good and everything that's good is bad. And I knew it was coming with the whole art movement, the new art, modern art. Like, look at this rock. That's not a rock, that's art. And I'm like, that is a rock because it just came out of my truck tire and it was making racket, so I pulled it out. And they were like, no, that's art. And it's beautiful. I'm like, beautiful is like the, like, I don't know, like the Mona Lisa or something, I imagine. But, all right, good night, Cass. I was like, the Mona Lisa is beautiful. The, top of the Sistine Chapel or whatever. I was like, a rock that came out of my tire is not beautiful. And I'm telling you, that's what they're trying to, like, create a narrative on what's pretty and what's good, what's beautiful. And, I don't know. So anyway. Who else has to go to bed? I don't know, but do y'all like this? It seems better to me, besides that whole hiccup in the middle. But that could have been whatever. Are y'all down with YouTube? Y'all are down with it? Say something, you old tired... George, you're retired, aren't you, buddy? Like seriously, y'all, I don't know if y'all follow George, but y'all need to go get this dude to follow because he's interesting as heck. Now he'll blow you up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, like, check this out. I'm like, you're cutting your grass, George. I've seen it before. I mean, Jesus. I'm joking, George. You know I love you, man. All your notifications like crack me up. But anyway, it's got this cute little Filipino wife. Very cute, George. Good job, brother. Robbed the cradle there. But he's out like driving around in Miatas and stuff with like, you know, like hookers and cocaine. You know, like he's enjoying life. And his wife's on there just like, what's up? We about to eat some fish and rice and stuff. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm like, I want to be George when I grow up, for real. George Plunkett. So George, I know you ain't got to work tomorrow. He's like, no, but I'm renting a Miata tomorrow and I'm getting my tips frosted, and then, you know, you got some doctor friends for real. Hey, I do too. Like seriously, you know, I went to college. That's what I was wanting to do. I was like, I want to be a doctor. And then organic chemistry hit me in the face, and I was like, what is that? And the professor was like, that's what you got to have to be a doctor. And I was like, I want to be like a play doc. I want to play a doctor on TV. That's what I want to do. But anyway, like all of my buddies now are finished with residency. They're all setting up like practices and stuff like that. And they're like, how you doing, Breck? And I'm like, got that Facebook thing going on, you know. Or they're like, yeah, I just separated, you know, conjoined twins over in Germany the other day. And I'm like, yeah, well, hey, I separated Barkley from the food bowl like 30 minutes ago. Yay me. I mean, but some of them are like, honestly, they're like, they're like, dude, it feels like somebody played a bad joke on me. Like I work all the time, making all this money, but my wife's at home with the pool boy, and I don't know. So, I don't know. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. Seriously. I'm like, how much you making these days? And they're like, oh, about $500,000 a year. What are you making? I was like, making videos. That's what I'm making. You know. Making Facebook censor me. It's Connie. I'm trying to figure out this YouTube, by the way. Find me a pool boy. Hey, I like, you know, there's, well, no, they shut Backpage down, but, you know, go to Tinder. Seem to be a lot on there. I'm like, how did, like, seriously, the Tinder thing, y'all, this whole dating app thing has freaked me out because this is my luck. Every time there's a good looking one on Tinder, like, seriously, like, I click on it and they're like, hey, name's Kristen. Add me on Kick. My Snapchat is like dabbledoya 3216969. I'm like, dadgummit, they got me again. I was like, but that's only good looking ones on there that I get. So obviously the ones that I like are going or swiping left on me. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm so hot they think I'm spam. I don't know. But that's like been my pickup line on one before. It was like, are you real? Because you're too pretty to be real. I mean, like, to be a real thing. Like, you got to be spam. What's your Kick name? Like, Death Punch 6969 or Stormy Daniels 123. But anyway, so that's it. Censor that, YouTube. You live in the. I know you are, George. For real, I can tell. I really can. Like, seriously. When I get to the point where I can retire, like, I'm not even gonna wear like pants. People ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. They're gonna be like, hey, Breck, don't even call me Breck. Just say, hey, man. Like, I've kind of always wanted zero responsibility, but, and that almost kind of bit me on the railroad. Like when I was in the interview, like I'm sitting in front of these two, a man and a woman, and they're like staring at me, and I'm like sitting like in the you're in trouble desk in front of them. They were like, I'm looking at your employment history, and you left a state job dispatching helicopters for the trauma center to doing comedy. So you're funny, huh? And I was like, well, no, not really. That's why I'm back here. You know, so I'm not that funny. And she was like, well, what's your biggest downfall? And I was like, well, I think right now my biggest downfall is my inability to really admit that I have any downfalls. I don't know. Does that work? And they were like, yeah, that works. But anyway, they were like, you need to clean up your resume. But they called me the next day, so I guess it was all right. And said I got the job, so there's that. And when they handed me the thing that told me how much I was going to make, I was like, y'all do realize I've never been a conductor before, right? Like ever. Like I've never even like, I put a penny on the railroad track when it came by one time and like saved it, but that's all I know about railroads. And they were like, yeah, we'll train you. And it's like, where I got to go? And they were like, Chicago for like 7 weeks. And they were like, don't worry, we'll provide the bulletproof vest and security for you. And I was like, okay, cool, gotcha. So I do have to go to Chicago for 7 weeks. 7 weeks, y'all, like 7 weeks. It's gonna be a long time. I'm still gonna do my YouTube lives though from the hotel room. But yeah, that's that. All right. So who? Let me know. Pizza. Look at you, Bernadette Staggeray. Don't say pizza's good. Like are y'all not like me? Like I've heard so much about Pizzagate and stuff like that. Like every time I see the word pizza, I'm like, are they trying to tell you something? Like, what do you want on your pizza? Pineapple and bacon or something? Like, I don't know. Because you remember the Podesta emails, they were all like, freak out. Like, we're going to have, well, thanks, George. Appreciate it. Pizzagate. Yeah, Pizzagate. You know what I'm talking about. The whole Comet pizza or pinball or whatever it was called. You know, where they're like Podesta was like, I'll have a small, you know, I don't know, like personal pan pizza with almonds and something. And I'm like, I'd freak that all up if I were in that club. I'd be like, hey, I want the Asian 12-year-old girl. But like, they're like, dude, you can't say that. I'm like, well, what? Give me the menu again. Asian girl. Oh, it's pine nuts and cheese, pesto. Yep. No, but I don't want the pesto on it. Like, seriously, it's like deep stuff. Like, I'm like, Jesus Louise. Yes, it is, George. It really is. I worried, seriously. Like, I started to go through, like, my Facebook and start cleaning stuff up because I was like, if they start looking, like, maybe, like, I don't know. I hadn't heard anything bad from them yet, so. I'm like, but you know it's got to be a global company. Bill Gates owns, like, 80% of the stocks in it, so, you know. He believes in population control and stuff like that, so, you know, stuff. There you go. But anyway, so hey, Michael, did you ever get the video, dude? My computer would not convert it. So look at you, George. Stop it. I could never get it fixed, but did it ever get put up on Milo's page and stuff like that? The Proud Boys. I watched a documentary. It was like a 30-minute documentary, 15-minute documentary by a Dateline channel on YouTube. Yeah, for real. But yeah, it was a documentary. It had Gavin in it. It had Milo. They went on like a boat, like a ferry party or something. Not a ferry party, but like a boat party in New Jersey or something. It was a whole documentary on it. It was awesome. They all had their Perrys on and stuff like that. But, you know, so I really got a deep understanding of what the Proud Boys are like. And it's just like, they like being a man. And nothing wrong with that. But, so there's that. I got something. Who's supposed to do? Why don't you contact the dude up in New Jersey that's like the media coordinator or whatever? That's what I was talking about. Like, I can't remember what his name was, but he's like an eccentric or whatever. Like they like panned through his apartment in New Jersey, and he had like a Ouija board like stapled to the wall, and I was like, hail Satan, there you go. Is that what his name is? Like, he wears like the big old boots and like long coats and smokes a pipe. And I was like, oh, he's cool. But yeah, like seriously. And I was watching, they showed like some of the like initiation stuff on the documentary. So I don't guess that's like a big secret or whatever, but the whole name is, you know, the name of the cereal thing. And I was like, God, I don't know if I can take, man, Jesus. I'm like, I'm gonna have to memorize my cereals for that. But anyway, Gavin, I love him though, man. He's just like a man's man. Seriously. He's just like, what? He literally said, I just don't like people that screw little boys. Sorry. So, Anyway, hey, Jonathan Muirhead, you should get you a job on the railroad. They're hiring still, I hear. And by the way, like, I hate to jump back to this, but if any, let me know. See, like, dang, dude. Well, that's the thing. It was supposed to be this Monday, but they couldn't get me through the whole. Supposedly, this background check, y'all. Like, the company that does the background check, they contacted me. They were like, "We need a another contact for the turn row when you work there." I was like, "God, I worked there like freaking 15 years ago." And they were like, "Yeah, but it's a Mexican restaurant now." And I was like, "All right." So I called the owner and I was like, "Look, dude, I don't even know what the dates I put down, but could you like tell him that yeah, he worked for me or something?" And I was like, I put like 2014 through something, and he was like, "Dude, we shut down in 2013." I was like, "Just tell him." He's like, "All right." I was like, "You owe me anyway." But anyway, yeah, no. So, oh, I'm down to 7. Whoa, watch out now. I got to get off then. But yeah, y'all. So this is what we're gonna start doing, and I'm gonna be y'all seriously. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, go do it because like I'm gonna start posting there. I'm trying to like shun Facebook. I'm just like, I don't want to have anything to do with you. Because I sent him a long message that said, you guys are going to go down on the wrong side of history as cowards. And Donald Trump and all of his base are going to laugh at you while you're drowning in your tears. But anyway, y'all, thanks for joining me tonight. Sorry it was so spur of the moment. All right, cool, Bernadette. Take care. Tell your daughter if she, needs a younger looking 37-year-old macho man, hit me up on my DMs. But anyway, love y'all in a minute. I'm going to get off. We will see y'all like tomorrow, the next day or something like that. All right, I'm out.